Alright, you guys, good morning. Alright, it's kind of not really morning, it's about 1 o'clock, so good afternoon. But, guys, for everybody that doesn't know who I am, my name is Jake Schofield. I'm with Schofield Welding. I'm the owner of Schofield Welding. And we put on YouTube videos to try to help people get into the welding industry, get into the oil industry, the oil and gas industries, and to see other opportunities that are available in the welding industry. You can go and make an amazing career out of this. But, guys, right now it's Christmas. Well, it's not really Christmas. I mean, it's December 22nd. We are driving 2 hours to get to Laramie, Wyoming, so that we can go celebrate Christmas with Eliza's family. And right now, we got to do some maintenance on the truck. So that is what we are doing right now. So I've got oil filters, fuel filters, air filters, and oil. And we're just going to kind of go through it. Now, I know a lot of you high performance dudes, you guys understand this stuff way more than I do. I just maintain my vehicles so that they continue to run, alright? I just want them to always run. I'm not into the high performance stuff. I don't do the high performance stuff. I like the deletes, I like the 5-inch exhaust, all that. But other than that, I'm not here to push a whole bunch of horsepower. So I don't know all the fuel additives and all that nonsense. I just want the truck to run. Right now I got a Wix air filter, which usually I try to replace my air filters about every other oil change. I don't know if that's right or not, but it seems to be working for me for a long time. So we got our air filters, we got our fuel filters. Now on these new Dodges, the 14 I know for sure, and newer, they have 2 fuel filters. There's a paper one and a metal filter. Where is my paper filter? I must have left that in the truck. And then I got my oil filter. And then I like to run the 5W40 synthetic Rotella in it. It's always been a good oil for me, and it just always runs. So I've never had any engine problem with that, knock on wood, you know. As far as right now, I've never had any major engine problems. So right now, let's get started. Let's get this thing done. Let's get it taken care of. We're leaving tomorrow to take off for Laramie. And we want to make damn sure we get there. So let's get started on this. Okay. We're going to go ahead and get the air filter swapped out first. And then we need to get this is still pretty hot. We just wound up getting home. So I'm probably going to wait on that filter till this motor cools down. And then we'll get that filter out. We'll go into the back. So right underneath the bed, about midway underneath your bed, there's another filter. So we're going to need to get that one off, get our oil filters off, drain our oil, and then we're going to go from there. Alright, you guys. So this is going to be your 8mm to get this off of here. It's going to be 1, 2, 3 screws. So on my trucks, I know they say like the oil filters and all that, like change them I think it's every 10,000 miles on these trucks. I try to do it every 5, just cause, I mean, I don't know. I don't really care how good the motor is. If it's got dirty oil and stuff in it, I mean, you're wearing it out quicker. So what's a couple $100 to get this all changed out every 5,000 miles and just make sure that this thing runs for a long time. It's important they run. But if any of my trucks break down, this is another truck I can use to keep going to work. Oh yeah, she needed changed out. No doubt about it. It was time for a new one, which is what we got. Get this bugger put back in here. There we go. Kind of tricky sometimes to get them in there again. Just make sure all that's in there good. There we go. Now you guys, your maintenance it's highly important. I mean, don't just skip your filters and stuff. I had a buddy that wound up not changing his fuel filters, and it wound up washing out a bunch of his motor, and he had to replace the entire motor. what's a $100 filter compared to, you know, $20,000 motor. Okay. She's up. I'm gonna leave this open right now, let it cool down for a little while. We probably hop in the back right there, get that other fuel filter out, and then I'm gonna let this sit for probably a good hour before I go ahead and start pulling oil and all that. So, all right, let's go back here and get this fuel filter done. All right, you guys, so we're under the truck right now, and we're right back here next to the fuel tank, and there is a water separation filter right up here, right between your drive line and that tank. We got to get it off and then put a new one of those on, and then we got to go back up under the hood and put a paper fuel filter in. These newer trucks have two, all right, and they're not cheap. Okay, so it's draining right now. Horrible placement of that filter. It's got to run right down your frickin' drive line. So that's diesel right there. Everybody that don't know. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead, get that out of there. She is done draining. Take a crescent wrench, crack the bottom of that open, and then get the whole filter off. Next step. Well, plan B, we gotta go to Jed's trailer and grab a set of channel locks. None of my crescent wrenches are big enough to reach around that thing. So let's go get in the back of Jed's welding truck, because I know he's got a pair in there. I'll call and tell him once I put them back. You coming? You just need the okay. Not even Jed's got a pair. Jed's got a wrench right here. Ooh, maybe. We'll see. Come on. Almost every time without fail, I will forget the channel locks. Ugh. I don't know how many times I've changed the fuel filters on this thing, but every time, none of my crescent wrenches go that big. And I mean, I got some pretty big pipe wrenches, like spud bars and whatnot, but they don't go that big. So, channel locks, you're gonna want to set. That freaking sucked way worse than it should have. Freaking thing was on there tight. Every time you were trying to crack the bottom of that that filter off, it'd spin the filter. What a pain. All right, onto the front filter. Okay. Now, on these Dodges, it's just your 3/8 drive. Make sure we're in the right vicinity for this, so we don't make too big a mess. And then it's just popping it loose. Oh, wrong way. It's nice now that we got the bigger tires on there. I can actually fit under here. Run us a little right there. I'm gonna go clean my hands up real quick. Then we'll come back, put the plug back in, start tearing filters out. All right, you guys. This, to me, is one of the worst parts about getting these filters out. This filter is an ultra pain in the butt to get to. And you're gonna dump oil no matter what the freak you try to do. Cody Grant's got a pretty good idea. He takes like a rubber glove and can get it around it. But I struggle. I just struggle with this part of it. But my oil filter's clear up in here. For everybody that's ever changed a Dodge filter, they're kind of a pain. You gotta get it out, drop it down, and then like pull it to you. So I've got my oil catch right down under here, and hopefully we don't make too big a mess. I've already busted it loose, because that's the other thing. They kind of cook on there pretty good. Man, they're tight. Boom. Didn't even miss a drop. That's pretty freaking good. That's like 100% guaranteed to make a mess, and I caught all of it. Hey, that's pretty impressive. That's good. Okay, caught all of it in the bucket. I still got oil running down this, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that cleaned up, and then grab the oil filter, and we're gonna get it thrown on here too. All right, you guys. Went ahead, grabbed my oil. Gonna pull this filter out. Put that down there. And all you're gonna do is just dip your hand in the, get your oil, run it right along that gasket, and that'll help it seal off real good. Some people dump oil into it. Man, I tell you, I can't get that in there without just dumping it all out. So I don't worry about it. I've never worried about it. I've never had anything go wrong because I haven't done it, but I've had other people that say it doesn't get to the turbo fast enough, and like your turbo has like a split second where it ain't got no oil and things like that, which I can understand. But yeah, anyways, so this is kind of a fishing game. Gonna go ahead and get that pushed back up in there. Okay, she's on. Now I don't crank on that filter. Just snug it up, get it tight, and then that's about it. I mean, my word, by the time you go back to change that one off, it's an ultra pain. But all right, so we got the plug back in, got our filter in. Time to fill it up with oil. These new pickups take 12.5 quarts of oil. So. You're a good dog. Oh yeah, beautiful. Okay. Okay. All right, you guys, I kind of got over fighting camera angles and all that, but I'm going to show you where this other filter is underneath this hood, and then how to get it out. There it is, right there. All right. Just between all that. That's your second fuel filter, which is in there under the hood, and it needs replaced as well. I got that one done, and I'm pretty over it right now. So, anyways, you guys, everybody have a great rest of your night. Be blessed. Have a great Christmas. And we are on our way up to Laramie, Wyoming tomorrow for Christmas Eve, which I'm so freaking excited about. But, anyways, everybody have a great rest of your night. Be blessed. We'll talk to you later. See ya.